Hi Nerdfighters and Hank. I just wanted to make a video reply about your latest video. Um, I just wanted to say that it's really great for you to actually take the time out of your day, out of your trip, to even just stop and see a site like that. Not a lot of people do it, and as you know, in our society nowadays, everyone's more busy with going here, going there, not stopping to look at what has happened or any of the history in the area. I am First Nations or Aboriginal or Native, whichever you want to call me. Um, and where I live and where I'm from are two different things. I'm from Calgary, Alberta in Canada, and I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And in both areas you can see a really big influence on reserves in cities and everything like that. You can tell right away when you get onto a reserve where you are, because it's very run down and it's very poorly built. A lot of things aren't kept up to date, and people just, not people, but First Nations people who are older, who are the generation before me and a few generations before, don't weren't taught how to keep everything together and to after they were put into reserves and everything like that, and after residential schools happened, they weren't taught the valuable necessities they needed to know about keeping up certain things and having to save money and stuff like that. So you can definitely tell that when you get onto a reserve, it's a little scary. Some more than others. Here, there's definitely one on the way to more of a richer part of West Vancouver, which is more like the elite Vancouver. And there's a stretch of land before you get into it that is all reserve. And you can just tell nobody walks there, nobody feels safe around there, and it's not that it has a bad rep, it just doesn't have that shine on it like everywhere else does. So the main difference between being on reserve land and being anywhere near where Native people live is it's kind of sad, because a lot of people don't give it the chance that it needs, and they insist on just passing it by, being like, whatever. My father is a what is he? He's a university teacher in First Nations Studies and Archaeology, and he goes to sites like you went to and digs up artifacts and looks into how people lived and what happened, and definitely historical facts. Right now he's working at a site that's really well known from where I'm from, and it's quite amazing work, and it's sad that not a lot of people know about it and not a lot of people want to hear the history about it, because in my opinion, I think it's really cool. I think that people should know what First Nations people did for spiritual reasons and stoical reasons. And yes, there is a big difference in the history. When people ask me what I am and I say I'm Native, normally sometimes they don't get it and they're like, oh, okay. Especially if they're not from here, I have to say that it's kind of like Pocahontas from the Disney movies, because that's kind of what has been put out for First Nations people is Pocahontas. That's the only relatable thing that people know. So it definitely helps that you are putting out a video saying that you have gone to there, because hopefully that'll promote more people going to visit historical sites and learning about the history of the people who were originally here before everyone else, and for the people who are just arriving to America and to Canada and to go out and explore, because we live in really amazing and historical areas and people just don't take advantage of it, and one day it's not going to be there because we'll overpopulate or we'll do something crazy and the world will end or something ridiculous like that. So I just promote people to go out to their local sites and local areas of like anything, even like their different groups of people who have been enslaved here and everything like that, because so much history's happened here and people just don't know. And it's just kind of, it's the ignorance that kind of gets to me, because it's a beautiful history and people need to know about it. So yeah. Thanks for making your video, and bye!